Hey y'all. I just wanted to make this TikTok to announce that TEM is officially 3 years old now. Yeah, it's been 3 years ago on this exact day when I made TEM, and I just cannot believe how far we've come. Uh, it's an honor to have managed this team for this long. Of course, we have had a few changes here and there with the captainships, one of them being a fail and one of them saving our team actually from getting disbanded and stuff. However, I just wanted to say thanks to everyone who has been a little fan or enjoyed watching TEM play as we went from smaller leagues to bigger leagues and unofficials. And thanks to everyone who has benefited the team tremendously. I just can't thank y'all enough for making TEM such a wonderful team. And I want to give a special thanks to Mexican slash Louis for keeping the team stable when I couldn't and I had to pass on captainship to him. However, he kept it well in order, and as a matter of fact, he got TEM to the semifinals of CGT last season, which I will always thank him for that. Um, so yeah, TEM officially 3 year anniversary. That is just crazy. To think that we went from just being some random European unofficial team to a CGT EU team is just I think it's nuts. I think it's just I don't know how we made it this far because let me give y'all a little backstory about TEM in one of its darker times. So, around end 2022, TEM's prime sort of ended. All of the good players were just leaving because it was inactive. And the rest that stayed didn't actually stay active either. They were in the server, but they never responded to any of the scrim requests and stuff. And eventually we had to kick them and then rebuild the roster. And from there, it was up and down. It kind of, like, I mean, some teams we could beat, some teams we just got absolutely slammed by. We couldn't really find balance in the team, let's say. However, that all changed by the time summer 2024 came around and we started getting like better again. Actually, no, not summer 2024, 2023 summer. That is when I think that was around the time when we first got official in Inter, and we did pretty good in there. I mean, sure, there was a lot of rigging, especially towards SK. They had alts on their team and stuff, and before any ex-SK Glazer comes at us for having alts ourselves, we had one alt, and that was Katsu, but their whole team was filled with alts, so I do not want to hear it. besides, we were better anyway. We were always better. When it came down to the actual official scrim, we won 5-4, so I don't care. Yeah, and from there, we started, like, just winning almost every single scrim. And then we eventually got official into CGT, which still, I remember that day. It was the 22nd of October, 2023. That was just a crazy moment for TEM. And I would be lying if I said we performed well. We didn't perform well for the most part. However, we just kept on going anyway, and we eventually got better. Every season there was every season we got better and better, and then once Mexican became captain of the European Monkeys, he actually got it to semis. So yeah, and now as of recently, we're not doing all too bad in CGT. We are losing scrims, and sometimes they are very scandalous losses. But regardless, we're winning scrims in CDT now very oftenly. So, yeah, that's good. And something that I have planned for the future, I may not keep the team around for very much longer. I want to make it to the 4 year anniversary. However, I feel like that would be a bit of a stretch. My initial thought was to uh, disband it next season. So once the season's over, there will be one more season where TEM like sort of just basically the final dance for TEM, and then after we get knocked out or whatever, I will disband the team for good and permanently retire it. However, that's one of the things I'm planning on doing. But what am I going to do in the meantime before TEM disbands eventually? Well, I'm going to try my absolute best I can to make sure we stay stable as a team and make sure we don't like cause any major scandals or whatever. We're going to try our best to end TEM in the best way possible, because this team has been around with me for so long, and it's probably like at top 5 oldest teams that are still around today without any remakes, because some of these OG teams get remade, but the OG captains disappear and almost none of the old players come back and stuff. However, I am the original of TEM, so I guess it still counts despite us dying out sometimes. So, but yeah. Anyway, that's all I had to say. Yeah, wish us a happy birthday for TEM. It's just